Good afternoon. I hope your Sunday is going well. I'm Alan Fredrickson. Just wanted to share a couple of messages with you today. You're all working very, very hard. We're so grateful to have you as part of our organization. Appreciate all your effort. This is a message specifically for our Provider Experience Center colleagues and associates. You know, the VA, ever since they set out several years ago to increase access to care to their veteran population and then the families of the veterans as well. Boy, have they ever done a splendid job. Especially in the last year or two, more veterans are seeing care both directly by VA facilities and clinics or by community providers like Methodist, CHI, UNMC, and all of these great providers across the country. This access to care is allowing veterans to get well and get the kind of medical care they so desperately and deservingly get. Anyway, what's happened is this has grown so much. The VA and the partners that serve the VA are having a heck of a time keeping up with that growth. And I know we can all appreciate what that feels like. We're in the midst of that right now. So the good news is veterans and families are getting more care than they've gotten maybe ever, certainly in a long time. And therefore, providers are submitting claims and calling the VA and interacting with the VA and wanting to interact with the VA more than they have in a long time as well. So the VA really appreciates the fact that they stepped out and brought our company in 5 or 6 years ago specifically for some of the purposes that we're currently serving for them. And are we doing a great job for them? In fact, we're doing such a good job for them, they're wanting to expand and give us more and more work because they are really appreciative of the performance and the quality of the work that we provide the VA, the veterans, and the providers. But boy, do we have our hands full. This has happened at levels and accelerated inputs that was beyond what the VA forecasted and certainly beyond what we forecasted. Now, some of these things were outside of our control. There were some technology glitches early on. Some of you would remember that. Remember, we were trained, ready to go, and we didn't have enough calls coming in. Do you remember those days? It seems like a long, long time ago, but it actually took place. Now we've got more calls coming in than we have people to handle, so we're just on the opposite spectrum of things. But we're working through all of these things, and I wanted to let you know that we are so very excited about a couple of things we want to share with you today. First of all, we're excited about you, because we know with you on our team, we've got a better chance of providing the very best service in the industry. The other thing we're excited about is we have hired 175 new colleagues that will be joining us starting tomorrow, Monday. And throughout the course of December and January, these new colleagues will be stepping in, going through training, getting ready to do the great work alongside you that you're doing. And so welcome these, I'm sure you will welcome this new additional force of people and strength that'll help us be even better and stronger. In addition to that, we're improving some of the processes of handling calls. We're going to give providers more options, different kind of compartmentalizing calls when they come in. That'll put you, the providers, and ultimately the VA in a better position to do this really well. When we shared these creative and innovative ideas with the VA and coupled that with our commitment to bring on 175 more people, I wish you could have been in the room with us to see their reaction to that. They said it is so typical of you guys to stand up, raise your hand, and serve the VA in our country in the very, very fashion you have always demonstrated so well. So stay tuned in terms of these new processes and these new associates. And just think about, guys, it's not going to be that long. And we're going to have these metrics looking great because of the effort and the performance that you're going to deliver and the commitment of this organization to our clients. Providers are going to experience something where they're going to hang up the phone and they're going to say, gosh, I wish every payer that we talk to had an experience that like we just experienced with the call that we had with a professional, competent, friendly, accommodating associate representing Signature, Principal, and the VA, and ultimately the veterans. So let's just muscle through this period right now where we've got our hands full. We got more work than we know what to do with, but every single day we think it's going to get better, both through process improvements and through new associates joining us. And of course, each one of your talents is getting better each and every day as well. So thanks for being part of the organization, for the mission, and we're excited to get this thing fixed in not the too distant future. Appreciate everything you're doing to get through this with us. Take care and have a great week.